All right, what's going on, Legion fans? Welcome to we got two more this one and next week.
Yeah, buddy.
Of our Falcon and Winter Soldier podcast.
Closing out.
Man, it's a bird.
It's a shield.
Nah, it's just another podcast, but only two more. Man,
only two. We did
it's
that
crazy.
wrong.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
It's a bird. It's a shield.
Oh yeah, I'm right.
Right?
I knew that.
We've only been doing this for the whole past month.
I know it's a little bit. I'm getting my mind caught up here.
Well, I don't blame you because this last episode has so
mind
much
blown
into it, man. There's so much going on.
There's a lot.
Oh man, it was so good.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Gets better and better.
One of those where you feel like you have to watch it multiple times to catch everything.
Yeah, for sure.
There's so much, even just starting out. So like that opening battle scene. Honestly, one of my favorite battle scenes.
Yeah,
like in any of the Marvel universe.
When they broke his arm, man.
Oh my gosh, I wanted.
Oh man.
So here's quick thing here.
Yeah,
though.
For sure.
Right. Awesome battle.
Awesome.
Disappointed in Bucky.
Yeah, I
gotta tell you. I gotta tell you.
I was surprised at the strength of John Walker.
I was surprised. You had some good points on this, but I need to say this.
Right, say it.
Bucky has been a super soldier for 90 years now.
Forever.
Right? He's almost 90 years, 80 years, 70 years, something like that. So
yeah, probably about 75.
Let's put it about.
He's 103-ish, 104.
So let's put it at 75 years.
Yeah,
let's put it at 75 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time. You know
to
what
be
you're
a killer.
doing.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right? So, and he's an assassin. He's taken people down. He went toe to toe with Steve.
Yeah.
And held his own.
Yeah.
He didn't really hold his own here, and that's disappointing. You know, I know I wanted to see more from him. He's got a vibranium arm.
Yeah.
He's a super soldier. He's been it for so long. He's an assassin.
Yeah.
I wanted to see more, especially just because I've become now such a Bucky fan.
3 counters. You ready for them?
Yeah, hit them.
3.
Hit them.
And
they're probably legitimate. And here's the thing.
There's some
they're
you
probably
haven't
legitimate.
heard,
Okay.
actually. I got
hit
some
me
new
with
ones for you. So one, which is the one that you have heard, Walker's trying to kill him. He's not trying to kill Walker.
And that's where I disagree. That's where I disagree.
Well, that's why I start with the weakest one.
Okay.
Because I know he's angry, and he's totally raring to go. But he wants to take it from John. He doesn't want to kill him.
The second Sam was
like, all right, we're
we
gonna take
need
it.
The shield.
Yeah. Bucky's like,
Bucky
oh,
was
yeah.
like, he was like, is that what this is all about?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. We're going to get it from him.
Yeah, we are taking that shield.
Yeah, he wants the shield. All right, so that's one. Okay, 2, the reason he has such an up on Steve is because Steve was emotionally compromised by being Bucky. Bucky had no emotional connection to the fight. Steve was trying to hold back because that's his best friend. So that's one counter about why he had the up on Steve in the first fight.
Except
Steve
didn't know in the original fight between him and the Winter Soldier when it was on the highway.
Yeah, the first time when he had the knife fight, he knew it was Bucky.
He didn't know it was
the
Bucky.
mask blew off him.
Not until the end.
The middle. When he was knife fighting, he had it. Anyway.
Okay, but my point there is, in the initial fight, in the initial start of it, he held his own, and he didn't know it was Bucky.
How many other super soldiers he fought?
At that point?
Yeah. Red Skull?
Red Skull.
It's like it. All right, 3.
Okay.
Sam's there. So he can't go full out because he's got to also take care of Sam and make sure Sam doesn't get overcome.
Well,
so he's taking care of Sam. And there was a few of that where he had to save Sam at the compromise of his own footing and to make sure he probably could have done
I'll
much
give you
stronger
a fourth,
blow.
and I'm going to fight my own. I'm going to fight my own point here.
Fourth. Yeah.
He's not the assassin he used to be.
Right. He's been de-brainwashed.
Right.
Yeah.
So
he has inhibitions.
Don't get me wrong here.
Yeah.
I get it.
It was so good.
I get it.
So good.
So I'm not
yeah.
Oh, this is wrong. It's a correction. No, I'm not saying that.
No, it was good.
I'm still saying it was a good, but I just expected more.
Yeah, and you wanted to see. I wanted to see Bucky crush him.
I'm gonna come in on this. I was literally watching this, and I was like, "Rip his head off! Rip it off!
Well,
tear his arm off!
The one,
kill him!"
The one moment when he punched him. Or he punched at him, and Walker rolled out of the way, and his fist went through the concrete. I'm like, oh yeah, he's not holding back very much.
How
about when
I was like,
Walker
I wanted Sam and Bucky to kill him.
how about when Walker ripped the wings off of Sam?
That was legit.
That was so cool.
And it
man.
highlighted, well, one of the
He's
amazing
strong,
things, his
dude.
strength.
He's
it highlighted
strong.
his strength
Yeah.
against Stark Tech.
Yeah.
You know, and that was
great.
Great.
Yeah.
But you know what that did even better?
Right.
It highlighted what Sam can do without the wings.
Oh yeah, he can
because
still
Sam
do it.
came back.
Yeah.
He wasn't afraid.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I lost my wings, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sam was going in and he was doing what was right and necessary
against a super soldier.
No matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what. And that again highlights and shows why he should be Captain America and his comparisons to Steve.
Yep.
That was
definitely
beautiful.
Yep. He's the it reminded me of, even though he wasn't as helpless as Steve, it reminded me of the Steve in the alleyway with the trash can lid.
Right.
Where it's like,
That's a good point.
he's going to keep getting up and fighting the bully, even though he's bigger than him, even though he's stronger than him. He knows it's right to stand up and do that.
That, and so the two things, seeing the broken arm, like taking that.
Oh, that
and
was crazy. Ripping the shield off.
And him being clear, like, it's over, Walker.
Yeah, we have
like, this is done.
Oh.
And then, what was the move that ended it? Like, Bucky threw Walker into Sam, holding the shield, and they're all down.
They're all hit the ground.
Down.
Yeah, that was great. That was really, really good.
But Bucky, first one up, drops the shield next to Sam.
Right, gives it right to Sam.
Again saying, this is your responsibility.
And then Sam's, like, emotional connection to it, like, trying to wipe the blood off and everything. Like,
he was a little bit distraught at that moment. He was, because he was like, this thing that I idolized for so long has now been compromised in a way that I don't know if I can repair.
Ever get it clean again.
Yeah. And so, and then he realizes, and this is what I think the entire arc of this episode was about, is there was blood on that shield long before Walker put it there. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, so this episode's called Truth. Right. And it very closely runs along a comic run to that has a similar name that focuses on Isaiah Bradley and what happened to Isaiah Bradley when he was Captain America for that little bit of time in the comics.
Right.
And Sam takes the shield to Isaiah and gets the truth.
Right.
The full truth. Because he heard like little bits of it, right? He heard that.
Well, they had gotten pieces along the way, but Isaiah wasn't ready to tell the whole story at that point.
Right, so he got to sit down and tell him.
Nor would he.
Yeah, why would
to
he
the
want
Winter
to?
Soldier.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, right. Who he fought.
Yeah,
and
he ripped
tore off his arm
off.
Yeah, but it's like, we get to hear the full story, and you know it's. And I read this while I was researching this episode, and just like I recognized it in the episode itself, the eerie similarity to Bradley's mission that he was condemned for. Yeah, sounded just like the mission Steve ran. Right. To go and save Bucky and all those guys from behind enemy lines, and then he was reinstated kind of as the captain. Right. Whereas when Isaiah came back after doing the same stuff, he was condemned and put in prison. Yeah. So it's just like, and then the bitterness that he has. Yeah.
I mean, this is just the narrative. Yeah. Of the black experience. Yeah. And it's horrible. Yeah. It's horrible, and, you know, I praise them for not shying away from it in the storyline.
They don't pull any punches,
They did not pull any punches.
Yeah, they are ready to give the truth.
They talked about the testing that Isaiah went through, and on top of that, naming just outright what we had known all along, which was they're not going to put that shield on a black man. Right. And that's not going to be Captain America. Right. And, you know, you get to see the conflict then that Sam has, where Isaiah's last statement, he says,
no
self-respecting black man would want it. Yeah. And now you see that direct conflict in Sam. Right. Because he understands, I don't want to say understands, but he relates. He gets more of that story that Isaiah was holding back. Yeah. But he also is conflicted about what he saw Steve stand for.
Right.
And what he knows the shield can represent to people.
Right. He's not as jaded as Isaiah is at this point.
Right.
And Isaiah even said, he's like, I was like you when I started this too. And like through the years. But Sam is also wrestling, and he mentioned it later in the episode, he's wrestling with the fact that he always knew that there was disparity in culture in the United States and in our country. He always knew that. But his desire was to go out and fix it. His desire was to go out and change it. His desire was to go out and stand for something bigger and better. And he always saw Captain America as a chance to do that.
Right.
And now he's like kind of fighting that of, can I do this? Like, is this actually what I should be doing? Or should I, do my own thing? Or should I take up the shield? Or should I, what should I do here? And his sister actually has some good words of wisdom for him.
I was going to say the same thing because his smart move that he does there is he goes home.
He goes to his family.
He goes to his roots.
Yes.
And that is wonderful.
Yeah.
Because then we get the sister's perspective of Sam.
Right.
Sam, she jokes at first, like, I didn't know you were so sensitive.
Right.
Yeah. His points around feeling as though her perspective of him was that he was always running away from those challenges at home.
Right.
She saw it as she knew he needed to go to make a difference.
Right.
And him hearing that from her changes again his perspective on what the shield can mean and what he can do in the Captain America role.
Yeah.
So
he picks the shield back up.
He picks the shield back up. And
training montage.
Yeah. Can I say something about the training montage?
It was legit. That's all you're allowed to say.
That's not what I was going to say.
What were you going to say? It was legit.
I understand. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Two things here on the training montage. Okay.
Yeah.
Legit, everything about the shield training was awesome.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he can't train or use the shield in the same way that Walker or Steve Rogers.
He doesn't have the sheer raw super soldier power.
He doesn't.
To catch it. He has to technique more.
Right, but it also, that's not his style. That's not his approach. I mean, that in and of itself is an analogy to, you can't do this the same way as these other two did it.
Yeah.
And so that's wonderful. That was wonderful. Why are they showing me him training like
push-ups,
running
and
push-ups? He's already in great shape. It's not like he got on the couch and he's coming off the couch. Like, he's been doing this. He's doing battle.
I don't see the problem. I think it's just
I don't understand why we got that
here's
part
the deal.
of it.
Here's what it was. Anthony
You don't have
props on Anthony Mackie. He got freaking ripped and
he got
huge.
Big. He got big.
When he's standing next to Sebastian Stan,
he's huge.
When they're training at the Shields, and he's like popping out of that sweater.
Yeah,
like, he's freaking big. And so I think that he was like, we just got to show how big Sam got. We got to show how big Anthony Mackie got, man. Because
I guess
it's the thing. The thing is, it's like, even though he's not super soldiered, he's still a super soldier. Like, he's still got to be that Captain America physique.
I know, but they almost made it seem like it was like
part of it.
A Rocky montage.
Oh,
where it's like he got off the couch. He's been fighting. He's been fighting, though. So, I mean, I don't really understand that part, but whatever. So, it's not like I'm really complaining.
So what you're saying is it was legit.
It was legit. It was definitely
okay.
Legit.
I thought so. I thought that's what you were saying. Just wanted to clear that up.
I really liked.
Yeah, it's good.
He had to do so much.
Yeah.
We didn't see any bits of the training really that went into like Walker or into Steve with the shield.
Yeah.
Like, you have to see a different piece here.
I love him bouncing stuff between the trees.
Oh yeah.
And passing it between him and Bucky.
Yeah.
Like, that was so. And Bucky coming back and like helping out, building that friendship.
They're not partners, right?
Right, they're coworkers.
Right.
They're friends who wear too small of t-shirts.
Right.
Isn't that what he said to him?
Yeah.
It's like, I love that though, because we've seen the snarkiness, we've seen the attitude between the two of them, we've seen how they can fight well together, but now we get to see them like in the everyday together and their connection as family, because they're family.
Right.
Like.
And that's my
great.
favorite. That
so
actually leads to my favorite scene of this entire episode, where they're passing the shield back and forth between each other, which is that representation of it. Could have been either one of them.
Sure. They both got the skills.
They both had the skills. They both had. We've seen it in the comics. It could have been either one of them.
Right.
However, Bucky names
for
the first time confirms what had been a fan theory for a long time, which I'm loving these confirmations
we
of
propagated
fan theories. That Bucky and Steve had a conversation about passing the shield to Sam before it was actually done.
Right.
And
who's getting it next?
They
both agreed it had to be Sam.
They agreed it had to be Sam. And that was wonderful. But he also then apologizes for that because neither of them could have known. And he said, how could we have known?
Right.
He addresses the fact that they couldn't have known. They couldn't have understood what it would have meant for a black man to have then the shield and have that mantle.
Yeah.
And so
they can love and care for him in that situation, but they can't be him in that situation. Right. So they're not going to be able to know.
So now we've come full circle on that conversation that happened in the jail.
Yes.
With the therapist.
What's wrong with, if he was wrong about you, he could have been wrong about me.
Because now we get the explanation of that, where he says that shield is like the last bit of family that I have.
Right.
And he said, when you retired it, it was like you were retiring me. It was like you were getting rid of me.
Yeah.
And so now we get a better understanding of why Bucky struggled so much in that moment.
Yeah.
Because it is his family. It's all he's known for so long. And so we get both of their perspectives and the struggles that they're dealing with the loss of Steve in this moment, which theories.
Yeah,
we need to talk about this real quick.
Yeah, they talk a lot about
Steve's gone.
Steve's gone. He's not coming back, or he's not here. He's not with us anymore. Like,
is Steve dead?
Is he dead?
We don't know.
We're not really sure. Last time we saw him, he was like old as dirt. I mean, he was super
he
old.
wasn't on deathbed though. Like, he was old.
Yeah, but he was old. Like, he was real old. Like, he was definitely.
Yeah, but he was like Joe Biden.
I have seen those memes.
Right?
It looks just like him. Yeah, it's like
he was
He's
fine.
old. He's old Steve level, like in the comics, where he could still kind of maybe do something. And Torres makes some offhand remark in the first couple episodes where he's like, "Oh, Captain America's just hiding out on the moon,"
right?
Which heroes have hidden out on the moon before.
I would love if he was hiding.
The Watchers are up there. We know Guardians 2 introduced the Watchers do exist, so we know from the Marvel comics the Watchers have a moon base, and we have had heroes go up and stay with the Watchers on the moon base.
Sure.
So maybe he's on the moon. I hope he's on the moon.
Here's my thing. I think they were just naming. I think he's dead.
Yeah,
I think he's dead.
Probably dead.
If I have to be realistic, I think he's dead. If it's my dream, he's on the moon.
He's on the moon.
But I think what they're doing here is
I love the moon.
They don't want to keep bringing back characters.
Sure, there's no need to.
This is about Bucky, and this is about Sam.
Yep,
that's what
this
is
about.
New
generation.
So I think what they're trying to essentially do here is, like, whether he's dead or he's on the moon, he's not available. He's not, like, they can't go to him for wisdom, nor should they.
Right.
Because then this becomes about Steve's story.
Right, and it's not his story.
And it's not his story anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's the point. And so I mean, they keep talking about it, so it's like I honestly just need them to stop referencing
say it. Just say he's dead or say he's gone.
Right.
Just something.
Right. But or just stop referencing
or just stop talking about it.
Stop talking about it. The shield is yours.
It's
and you need to be responsible for it, and you need to be doing something with it.
Right, and that's it. So I don't know. Maybe they might not address it. They might just end up being nothing. But,
So this, I mean, we've talked about themes of each episode.
Yeah.
And some of the themes, well, actually, we've talked about who the character of focus is.
Oh,
episodes.
for sure.
So, last episode we talked about it was Walker.
Yep.
And
definitely.
This
and a little bit
episode,
of Carly.
It's the relationship between Sam and Bucky.
And Sam and his family.
Thankfully, I'm so thankful for that at this point, because
we've been waiting
for that to really develop more.
Yeah.
And we get to see that, and finally, and then at the end, Bucky says, like, once you get a lead, I'm there.
Hit me up. I'll be there. Yeah. And he leaves him with a Wakanda box.
Wonderful.
Which, all right, well, let's start talking about, because that's like the overarching of episode ends. Right. Sam is opening the Wakanda box, and he's going to go do what he needs to do.
Right.
Find Walker, whatever. Stop Carly.
Stop red flag.
Stop
flag smashers.
Carly. Stop Carly and whatever. So he's going to do whatever the end climax.
Which, there's a couple of things
we're
we
not
need to
sure.
address along the way.
Yeah, but there's something that feeds into the smaller little
this little detail here that we're convinced of.
Yeah. Well, there's a few. So
yeah.
let's go through just a few. Here's one that I don't know if you know about, but when Sam leaves the military section he's at with Torres,
right,
and he leaves him the wings,
right,
he says you can have them as he leaves.
Right.
Now in the comics,
I am aware of this.
Yeah,
but
Torres becomes Falcon in the comics.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And in the first episode, Torres kept trying to work on the wings.
Right.
And work on Red Wing.
Yep.
He wanted to work on the tech, so he's obviously technologically savvy.
Yep.
So he's going to fix those wings
again.
up, and he's going to be our next Falcon, which
100%
is super cool. I love the actor who's playing Torres. I think he's great. That's super fun.
Sure, I'm on board with that.
He probably won't come into this final battle, but we'll probably see him down the line. He might come in and help.
You have to understand here, we are setting up for a mini Avenger setup, though, here.
Sure. So, and every episode's been longer.
I believe he might, because is this just going to be Bucky and Sam against the Flag Smashers and U.S. Agent
and Power Broker?
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, he could. That's true. He could come in and be kind of like crowd control for it. So I would love that. I'm okay with that if they do. I don't think that would be too rushed. I think it'd be fun to see him come in.
Sure.
Same way that kind of Sam came in the first Captain America, his Winter Soldier movie, where he kind of came in and was kind of in the background, get to introduce him, see him in a few action scenes, then he'll be bigger later. So that was really cool. And then we have a little bit with Walker. That scene where he's meeting with Lamar's parents was like the most heartbreaking scene in the world, because he's like,
I didn't find it that heartbreaking.
Here's why I found it heartbreaking.
I understand why. I'll probably understand your point.
Yeah.
I didn't find it heartbreaking because I couldn't get past Walker in this.
Well, that's what's heartbreaking, though. That's what I thought was heartbreaking. He's
lying.
That's what's heartbreaking, is because he says like he killed. I'm not feeling heartbroken towards Walker.
Okay, what are
I'm
you
feeling heartbroken towards Lamar's parents, because he says I killed the man who killed your son.
Yeah.
And he was like, I would never let the person who did this get away. And then there's
just infuriated
me
more than heartbroken.
Agreed.
I guess I just had a different emotional response.
But I was connecting to the parents, because they were like so thankful to him that he avenged their son, and it's just like, I feel so bad for you, because he didn't. He didn't he shouldn't have killed somebody in the first place.
Right.
But two, he didn't even kill the right person.
He's
convinced himself that it was the right person to justify what he did.
Yeah, I mean, he did that with. He made that comment
in the court case or whatever. He said he killed.
I'm going even further back than that.
Yeah.
He made that comment with Bucky and Sam in the warehouse.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And the flashback at the beginning,
convincing himself of what was right.
And the flashback at the beginning, when he's going to kill the guy goes, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And it's just like he justified it in his own head, his own heart.
This is a really good point that I had just thought of.
Yeah.
You know how Lamar basically explained that the serum
makes you more of
who you are.
Yeah.
Right? Who we saw Walker to be was Machiavellian.
Yeah.
The
definitely.
Ends justifies the means.
Yep.
So that's what's been amplified in him.
Yes, 100%.
That's the thing. So
he'll lie. He'll distort the truth. Yeah.
If it's the good ending, it doesn't matter what he did to get there.
Right.
It's that he's willing to do whatever it takes to get to that.
Yes, good connection.
And that's what he's been even going back to them when he was talking to the senators. You made me
right
this way.
Yep.
You made me.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
And I want to give peace to Lamar's parents.
Right.
So I will give it to them, even if it means lying to them.
Right.
Doesn't matter. They're happy.
Ends justify
they're
the
peaceful.
Means in his mind, and that's just being amplified more.
They're at rest, so that's fine. That's all that needs to happen, even if it means lying. Yeah. So he goes there. He also meets up with Elaine from Seinfeld.
Right. Elaine. Like just the character Elaine.
Yeah. Totally. I mean.
Just makes a
coffee
cameo.
shop and there.
Yeah.
No, it was for like a split second. She was
Elaine,
but then as soon as she started, when I saw her, I was like, "What's
Elaine doing
here?" Yeah, but no, she comes in. She introduces herself as Valentina Allegra de Fontaine,
right?
Who is a really complicated character in the Marvel universe. So she started.
I got to tell you, I got to pause you there for a second.
Go for it.
I don't think we're going to see any new characters in the Marvel Universe that are not really complicated. No. I know that's like that statement is funny, but the reality is we are not getting the mainstream characters anymore. We're getting super complicated characters with storyline, which is amazing.
Look at Sam's nephews.
Sure. What? What?
I'm joking. Go on.
I thought there was something more with that. I was like, what? No. I said sure, just knee-jerk reaction. That was completely wrong. No, but
no, you're right. Yeah,
like the characters that we actually are going to be part of storylines.
100%.
Like they're just
they're
complicated,
not
which
grabbing
is great.
the normal people.
Which goes back to the henchman talking to Carly that we live in now in a world where there's not just black and white anymore. It's complicated.
Well, and Fontaine does that by, if you notice, the business card she hands him is black on one side and white on the other side.
Yeah.
But anyway,
there's nothing on it.
Yeah, it's blank. So she comes and she wants to recruit Walker. Now, what makes her very interesting, her character, is that she's apparently in the Black Widow movie.
Oh.
So she was supposed to be first introduced in the Black Widow movie before this series came out. Okay.
Is she coming in like a opposite Nick Fury type?
Somewhat. So when you hear her background, you understand why she's in the Black Widow movie. Okay. So in the comics, she begins as, and it's funny you mentioned Nick Fury, she begins as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent who becomes actually a lover of Nick Fury. Oh. So they ended up having a relationship for a while, and she ends up rising the ranks in S.H.I.E.L.D. and working with Nick Fury and all that. Later on, just recently, I think it was 2008 maybe, I can't remember, there was a run where it was found out that she was actually a Russian sleeper agent.
Okay.
And that makes sense for the Black Widow movie because it takes place in Russia, and it talks about her ties with the old Russian spies.
Sure.
And so she's supposed to make a cameo or appearance in that. That being said, that's kind of I feel like why she felt abrupt in this series. And like, who is she? Why is she there?
Right.
We were supposed to recognize her. Like, we were supposed to have seen her in the movie from before, known she's somebody
the boots
tough.
Walking in would have been something more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it made it a little bit odd to see that come in. But regardless, in the comics, when she outs herself as a Russian sleeper agent, she ends up revealing that she is not just a Russian sleeper agent, but she is a character called Madam Hydra. So she is like this head Hydra sleeper agent from the Russian sect of Hydra. She's the one who propels the storyline forward with the famous cap line, "Hail Hydra." So she's the one who awakens his sleeping program and stuff like that. So Madam Hydra is super important in the or in the Marvel comic universe.
Yeah.
There's been multiple Madam Hydras. So the one that she's playing, and then there's another one that has a different name who went by the name of Viper before she became Madam Hydra.
Yeah.
And so I know this is just me being pie in the sky and hopeful. But Marvel MCU likes to kind of make amalgamations of the different versions of their villains or characters, So like they'll take ones from different comic runs and make them into one.
Mm-hmm.
So the original one, Viper, the original Madam Hydra, she's the ex-wife of Wolverine. And we've already seen the Princess Bar where Patch Wolverine hangs out in. So maybe this is a nice introduction to bring in. But we were talking about on the podcast Nothing, Old Man Logan.
Right. Maybe.
This might be a cool place to kind of bring them in.
Wow.
But anyway, so they could maybe connect her with that. But regardless, she's probably an ex-S.H.I.E.L.D. agent who's a Russian spy who goes by Madam Hydra. That's who she's in the comics. And she's trying to recruit Walker to do dirty work, Who knows?
Yeah.
So that's cool. I like that.
I like her. I like the way she played that character.
Yeah.
Very self-confident, very self-important.
She was great.
Love that she said that the S.H.I.E.L.D. was a bit of a gray area in terms of, like, it's not really the government's.
Right.
And that makes sense. And I think it sets up for the fact that Sam's just going to name himself as Captain America at this point.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to bestow it. He's not going to ask for permission. It's going to be his.
He should just be Captain Falcon.
He's Captain Falcon. Falcon
Punch! I hope so.
But
I hope he says that.
Oh, if he says Falcon Punch, I'll just faint.
If he doesn't in this series, if he does not say Captain Punch in this series or Falcon Punch in this series, I think I'm going to tweet Anthony Mackie for Falcon like an entire year asking him to say Falcon Punch.
Can you say Falcon Punch?
Can you just say Falcon Punch? Just say Falcon Punch.
Yeah.
Here's how you do it. Just say Falcon Punch. Here's
Let
the
me give
Smash
you an
Brothers
example.
thing. Falcon Punch.
Yeah. Let me model it for
F-Zero
you.
X. Just Falcon Punch for
Falcon
me.
Punch.
Can you Falcon Punch for us?
Yeah.
We should start like a
Falcon Punch.
like a petition for Sam to say Falcon Punch.
Yeah,
Come on, Anthony
that's
Mackie.
not a bad idea.
Anyway,
You heard it here first.
you hear it here first. He's going to say Falcon Punch.
That's right.
Whether he wants to or not.
Yeah.
It's a great line, and it really fits, but they probably
Fits
get
here.
sued.
Yeah, they would get sued. That's 100% true.
Unless
That would
they
be the reason
partnered
why
with
they don't.
Nintendo.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, so she's a big reveal.
Yeah.
Excited to see. We probably won't see her at all anymore because I'm assuming she was probably just to in this series. She was probably just to come in and
Except
be
the
like,
phone call, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
We
But
might
she's
see
like,
him get a phone call.
oh, there's the bad guy from Black Widow. It's probably just a little like, a nod to connect.
Right.
And it was meant to feel like more because we were supposed to have the movie before.
Sure.
But I don't care. She was cool, and it's nice to know that Madam Hydra is out there walking around the MCU.
Right.
Right? That's cool.
Right.
Yeah. So we have that, and then there was the Wakanda box.
No.
What's
Flag
more?
Smashers.
Oh, Flag Smashers. Go for it.
Flag Smashers. So, at this point, and Power Broker here.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
you're
we're
right.
talking about
Yeah, with Batroc.
We are
Yeah.
we are on this at this point.
We got it.
Sharon
We did it.
Carter is the Power Broker.
We can retire now.
Okay?
We done.
So
She's the Power Broker.
She released
Batroc.
Yeah.
And the Leaper.
He comes to Carly with then a bunch of resources to take down Falcon.
Yeah, she didn't just release him from prison.
Yeah.
She released him from prison to
mission.
assign him not just a mission, to kill Sam.
Like, right.
Sam's her friend?
Right.
Right? Like,
so it's clear here, this is
she's not a
exactly
good
what
guy.
we said in the last episode.
Yeah. In the first episode, we saw her in.
Fight. They can't.
Yeah.
Well, no, but my point was last episode, I said when they said they couldn't fight a war on two fronts, they were going to go back to the Power Broker, make amends in whatever way they needed to, which is killing Falcon, apparently.
Yep.
And so she assigns Batroc to Carly.
Yeah.
And
with weapons.
For the sole purpose, he says, for the sole purpose of killing Falcon.
Right. He says, I don't want to be a part of your movement.
Right.
I just want to kill the Falcon.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, she activates
Good
all of her
revenge.
agents in a specific area.
That was so cool.
Which is awesome.
In New York. It's New York City.
No, but I'm just saying in that park.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, like, we were seeing, and Torres mentioned it, we were seeing a bunch of activity of Flag Smashers overseas in Europe.
Right.
But now she's got sleeper cells all over New York.
Not just that. It's probably all over the world.
Probably. Yeah.
So that's what we're seeing
cool.
here.
Yeah.
And then we cut to the scene where they are in this negotiation around this new treaty or bill or whatever they're calling
it. The UN.
And it gets shut down by the Flag Smashers.
Can I say that it's very similar to the whisper of Hail Hydra to know that you're them? Because he comes up and he says, "One world, one people." Like he whispers it to the person.
Right.
A little more cumbersome than Hail Hydra.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. It's like you whisper and then okay, that's the,
this person's with me.
Ooh, and then they shut it down.
And then they shut it down, which leads us to the Wakanda box, which is like
which Bucky dropped off for Sam.
Torres tells Sam, this pinged in New York. He's watching it on TV that they're having this conference at that moment.
Man.
He makes the connection. He knows exactly what they're there for, which is like, Torres, how did you not make this connection? But Sam makes the connection, and then he goes to the Wakanda box,
Opens
opens
that box.
It's the Falcon,
the Captain Falcon suit.
Captain Falcon suit.
I hope it's purple with yellow shoulder pads and the red helmet.
No, it's not. It's not gonna be
with the big yellow boots.
It's not gonna be.
And he's got the blue racing car.
No,
right?
No.
Oh, this is not F-Zero X?
This is not.
Oh, okay, you're right. It's probably,
You're
but hopefully it's the silver, red, and blue with the star on the chest, Captain America outfit that he gets in the comics, man, with the new vibranium wings.
However, the box kind of alludes for it to be, going into this white and black situation, it might be white and black.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, instead of trading out the navy for for black.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool,
I don't really care. It's going to be sick. I know it'll be their costume design in Marvel is on point.
The second
he dropped it off.
No. The second. Well, yeah, I knew what it was when he dropped it off. Yeah. Of course.
Right.
When he opened it, I was like, "This episode's gonna end. We're not gonna see him in this thing."
No, you are not
gonna see him in it.
They're not gonna reveal the new costume until the end, till the last.
I know, but let me see it.
No, that's the best part. I gotta wait a week. All right, then we have a stinger. Right. Last thing.
First time.
First stinger.
First time.
Well, that's what WandaVision did too. The last 2 episodes had stingers.
So, right.
First stinger, Walker making the shield.
Yeah, it looks
because
terrible.
He is Captain America.
Looks awful.
Yeah, he's melding. He's like welding his.
First off,
his.
This man's welding.
His Medal of Honor into it.
This man's welding is hot garbage. Garbage.
He's a super soldier. He's not a welder.
And then number 2.
Yeah.
What is he going to super glue those Medals of Honor onto the shield?
Yeah, he's going to use double-sided, the 3M.
Yeah, he's going to use 3M tape.
You ever try and get 3M off a wall when it's been sitting there for like a year? That's tough.
They say it's super easy, but when you pull the tab, it just doesn't work.
No, when we moved out of our last apartment, I had one on the wall above my sink, and I pulled the whole part of the wall.
Right, and then you've got to like sand and do all the stuff.
I left the hole there.
But I'm just saying, the reality is this shield looks like garbage.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be makeshift. Here's the thing that makes me a little frustrated. I mean, I'm excited to see the shield because in the comics,
I'm excited to see what he does. Yeah,
in the comics, he does get his own shield. It is black and red in the comics, so I'm hoping
they stick with that.
They stick with that and not just make it a red, white, and blue. They might. I don't know, but. And we talked about it before.
He was spray painting red.
Yeah, he was spray painting red.
We did see him spray paint red. We did not see him spray
paint
blue.
So hopefully it'll be black and red because his whole outfit's black and red in the comics. So
I mean, that was a darker steel, whatever he was doing. So he may just be spray painting red,
just the red,
and then maybe it's steel.
Yeah. So in the comics, the other thing is that the shield that Walker gets is a stolen prototype vibranium shield. So it's going to be like it's made from the same material that Cap's shield is made of.
That's not what this is.
This is not. He's cutting it and welding it, and so it's not vibranium. So
yeah. So if they go up, so here's
Bucky's going to catch it and just bend it.
That's exactly what should happen. Is this shield should get destroyed like immediately?
Yeah. Maybe you know what? Maybe it'd be cool.
What
if like in the fight the shield gets like torn apart and he starts using it as like blades?
That'd be better. But what I'm saying is like this shield can't last.
No, it's not going to. Especially not. You know what's probably going to happen. He's going to show up, and Sam's going to have the shield, the real shield. He's going to have the fake shield.
Right.
Sam's going to throw his shield, and it's going to go right through his fake shield. It's going to be like, boom!
It should.
Falcon punch! Right? And then the shield just blows up.
That would be Falcon shield. You got to use it at a different moment. He could do a Falcon punch.
Can he Falcon punch through the shield?
There you go.
No, but he's not super soldier.
It doesn't matter. That shield is hot garbage.
I could Falcon punch
It's not even welded all the way around different places.
He's not done yet. Wait till it's done.
Terrible.
It does. But I like the idea that he's putting the Medal of Honor on there. I like the idea that that it's cool.
I like the idea. I mean,
US
man
agent,
has a lot of medals. So
yeah. Cool.
He can put a lot on there.
So we got one more episode. One more. The finale, every episode so far, except for the first 2, they were the same amount of time.
Yeah.
But every episode after that has been longer.
Yeah.
This one was 60 minutes.
Give me an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. I'll
take
90
minutes.
We joked about it being like 2 hours, 3 hours. I think it could literally be an hour and a half.
I hope so.
I think it could be 90 minutes.
Give me a 90-minute episode.
Yeah.
If they're wrapping all this up, do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. And let's get Power Broker revealed as Sharon Carter.
Sharon Carter, 100%.
Sharon Carter's Power Broker.
I don't even need a reveal. We know at this point. It is Sharon Carter.
You know what? I need the reveal so that we can say we're right.
Okay.
I need her to come out in the last episode with a shirt on that says,
I'm the
Power Broker. That's it. That's what I need to happen, Marvel. Make it happen.
There you go.
Just in post.
All right. Thanks for listening to the Legion of Comic Correction. Don't forget to check out our other episodes streaming everywhere you listen to podcasts. We're also on the major social platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Just search Legion of Comic Correction.
That's right. And make sure to check out our Patreon for exclusive supporter specials at patreon.com/Legion of CC. New episodes come out every Monday.
And Wednesdays.
No, just Mondays.
And Wednesdays?
I don't think we can do Wednesdays.
We can do Wednesdays.
All right, Mondays and Wednesdays. We'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place, same Legion.